All right, guys, at long last, it has finally arrived. So this is almost real, as you already know. You guys know exactly what we're looking at today. It is the BMW 3 Series box set. So it's kind of like a celebration type item, I guess you could say. So 50 years, 7 generations, BMW 3 Series. Very nice box. Oh, I also did have this come in as well. Lexus LC500. One of you was telling me that these almost real ones did not look good. I very strongly disagree with you. Anyways, we'll look at that later. We're not worried about that today. What we're worried about is this. So it's very big. It almost does not want to fit on screen. But yeah, it's just a big silver box. You've got BMW Collection Series on this side, 164 Diecast, and then BMW 3 Series Edition 1. So I'm sure they'll do a few different versions of this with different colors, but I did grab this one. And then there's all the information on the back. AR box almost real down here on the bottom with all of their contact info and whatnot. All the warnings, of course, and then up here at the top, BMW license, and then it kind of tells you, it's like a sticker, it tells you like what materials they use and whatnot. And then it also does have the official BMW sticker and part number right there. 50 years of the BMW 3 Series 164 miniature collection. So very cool. And then, oh yeah, the top of the box does have this little BMW logo on it as well. So let me slide the plastic wrap off of it. Oh, that's so satisfying. Stick it up there on the shelf, and we will open it up. So move this down a bit. So this box is really cool. They designed it, I need to move this stuff too. They designed it a bit differently than the last one. The last one was, I don't want to get up and get it, but this one actually like opens up like a book. So it raises up from this whole flap right here, and there's actually some magnets on right there, and then right there on this side, and then there's some magnets down here in the box. And so when you close the box, it snaps shut. Super nice, very premium feeling. But anyways, so it opens up like a book. I don't want to crease it too much, so I'm not going to like actually bend it out. I'll just do it up to 90 degrees right here. And then inside, they included this little magazine, which is very cool in my opinion. So it kind of just says the same thing, but then you open it up and it has all of the 3 Series. And this is all in Chinese. I wish they also printed it in English too, but I know that these are technically just for the Chinese market. But it has all the models here and what they are. And then obviously some other text. I'm sure I'll probably translate some of this and read it later on, but they've got some really cool photos in here. There's the E21. Very nice. 320. So yeah, it's got some really cool photos, and I'm sure some of this information is really cool as well. There's the E30. That's actually bronzite beige. That's the same color as mine. So yeah, really, I like stuff like this. I don't know if you guys agree, but this is really neat. There's the E36. Really cool photos. E46. I think this is a lot of people's favorite generation of 3 Series. Very cool. E90. Again, just really nice photos. I like this. I like that they included this. I think it adds a lot to the product. Just gives you, I don't know, it's just like a little bit more premium feeling experience. And then here is the last page. I believe this is the EV. And then again, it has all the cars that are included, but front views. And then the back, just a little BMW logo. So that's really cool. That's the magazine. We'll stick that off to the side, because I'm sure what we are really interested in here is the diecast. So this is how they come presented. Let me move the camera up a little bit again. So this is how they come presented. There's a spacer on the bottom and a spacer on the top. I don't think there's anything in those. And then all 8 of your cars are just kind of sitting in there. So let me go ahead and pull them all out. E21, E30, E36, E46, E90, F30, and then there's two of this generation. This is the G20. I think that's the regular petrol version, and then this one, the G28, I believe this is the electric version, because there's two from the 7th generation, electric and then non-electric. And then there's the empty box, but we'll get this, we'll stick that back there so it's out of the way. And then here are all 8 of the models. And I did already take a peek at this because I've been really excited for this. So I have kind of already looked at these, and trust me, they all look really, really nice. So there they all are. And I think I'm going to go ahead and get them all out of the packaging and take them out. I guess we can look at the packaging first. It's just that nice, simple silver look. And then in the background of it, it tells you which generation it is. So obviously E21, first generation, and it tells you the years to 1975 to 1983. And then it's got that info there. And then, of course, not every box has the BMW sticker, but they all do say they're licensed and whatnot. And they've got the little description thing of what the product is. I think they have to have that specific sticker in China. And then they all have all this down here as well. So there's the E21 box. Here's the E30, second generation, 1982 to 1994. And the cool thing is, I think I mentioned it, I was talking about it earlier on, none of these cars in this box set are M cars. These are all just regular, like, street versions. So this is the E30. This is a 325i. This is not an M3. So that was one of the things about this box set that I thought was really cool. There's the E36, third gen, 1990 to 2000. E46, 97 to 2006. E90, 5th generation, 2005 to 2013. F30, 6th generation, 2011 to 2017. And then the two 7th series, and they just say 2018 onwards on the background right there. So there's all that. So yeah, now let me go ahead and, like I said, I'll get them all taken out, and we'll just actually start looking at them. All right, so here they all are. Got them all taken out of the packaging, taken off the bases. That's all I've done. I haven't really looked at them. So let's start with the first one, the E21. Also wanted to show you on the little, oh no, they don't all say that. So on some of them, I noticed that the bases say 50th or 50 years edition. The two 7th gen ones both say that on the base plates, 50 years edition. And actually, they might be the only ones that said that. So I don't know what makes those different. Maybe those two colors, or maybe those two castings are exclusive to the box set. These two right here, the purple and the gray. I'm not sure. But anyways, here is the E21. And I am really excited to have an E21 in the collection. Oh man, I don't know. Something about just 70s and 80s BMW I think is my favorite. I just love how these look. So, just like always, Almost Real is really nice, very nicely detailed, accurate, proportions are spot on. These do all have plastic bases, but these should all roll fairly well. I guess I can move these out of the way to show you. Yeah, it rolls somewhat well. It's a little noisy, a little squeaky, a little bumpy. I think that's because of the flat spot on that back tire. That actually looks like the tire is flat. That's kind of hilarious. But they all typically roll pretty well from this brand. Sometimes they do roll really nicely. Sometimes they're a little wonky like this one. But for me, that's besides the point. But I also really like all the colors that they chose for all the cars in this box set. So the orange, the red, the blue. Oh, the blue on the E36 looks awesome. I do kind of wish they did the yellow for that. The E46, I think, is the only one I would change. Not a big fan of the white on that one, especially with how kind of legendary of a car that is. I think they should have done this one in silver, and then I think they should have picked a different color for this one. What is that, the E90? Yeah. But anyways, very nice details on this thing. The orange paint looks great. Black and silver panel lines going down. Chrome bumpers. Oh, the chrome bumpers on these old cars are just awesome. chrome bumper on the front as well. Headlights look pretty good. Those are lensed, and then they have silver details behind them. The front kidney grills look awesome with that silver outlining. And in fact, I think the silver outlining that they do, in fact, I think a lot of the like body lines and details like that they do are just so much more crisp than anyone else. Mini GT's modern stuff is pretty close, but man, these are just so good. BMW logo right there. I think these all have little reflective stickers in the mirrors. They do, and they even have little rear view mirrors in there. So very cool. All the interiors on all these are black. Would have been cool to see a little bit of color, but I also understand that these box sets are probably already pretty expensive to produce, so I kind of get it. But the wheels look really cool. It's almost like an Alpina style wheel, a little different, but the BMW logos in the center are there. They look really nice. And aside from this one kind of flat tire, all the tires look really good too. So yeah, super cool. E21, first generation of the 3 Series. And what exactly is this car? It's a 323i. So there you go. And the taillights look phenomenal on these as well. There's no weird pegs. All their lights that I've seen so far, just like really nicely detailed, crisp. There's no glue residue or haziness on them. Almost Real does a really good job. And then dual exhaust on this one coming out each side. Little silver mufflers. And there's actually a nice amount of detail on the bottom right here. So very cool. And it tells you what it is. BMW 3 Series E21, licensed by BMW. Almost Real. Super cool. I love the silver outlining around the windows. Sunroof right there. It just looks so good with those chrome bumpers. I love it. E21 is awesome. I'd love to have one of these someday. It'd be super cool. But anyways, there is that one. Let's look at the E30 now, second generation. And we have looked at this casting before, but we've looked at the M version. So this one is, like I said earlier, this is just a 325i. So this is just like a normal road version. And this might be the closest thing I ever get to having my car in diecast. Obviously different color, but I don't see anybody else doing a 325i. I think Tomica Limited Vintage did a long time ago, but those are like $150 to $200 now. So yeah, this is really nice. Tires on it look a little thick, but that might be accurate if these are 14-inch wheels. But they do have the Style 5s, the factory BBS wheels. They look really good. BMW badges in the center. Red paint looks good on this one. Yeah, super nice. Again, little black lines going around the bumpers and whatnot, and down the side of the doors. Silver outlining around the windows looks nice. And yeah, that front end is awesome. Fog lights, turn signals all look really good. That front valence down here is awesome. Acrylic headlights, kidney grills done in silver. Super crisp, looks great. And then there's the back dual exhaust right there. It just looks so good. So good. Love it. And this one does seem to roll better. Well, maybe not better. Those front tires seem a little tight. I guess the roll test doesn't really matter. Yeah, I mean, it does roll if you kind of push down on it. Not too bad. All right, let's move on. E36. There's a lot to look at here, so we need to just keep moving. So third generation. I really like this color. I would like to know what this color is called. That's one thing I wish they would put, for the BMWs, I wish they would put the actual paint codes. I know for other brands they do, like this Lexus right here. That one's Radiant Red CL. Like, they'll put it for that. But, yeah, they haven't been doing it for other stuff. But this E36 looks awesome. Love the paint on it, like I said. There's the front end. Headlights look awesome. Little bit of cloudiness on this left headlight right here on this side. Driver's side headlight. But there is some pretty nice detail back in the housing as well. And then, of course, the silver outlining the kidney grills. The BMW logo. Fog lights down here. Just looks so good. Wheels are awesome on this one as well. BMW badges. They look very clean on this one. I also love the amber turn signals as well. Just, I don't know, something about this one. I love these all, but I do have my favorites. This one is also a 325i, just like the E30. Taillights look awesome. Dual exhaust again. Oh man, these are so cool. I'm so happy to have. And this metallic paint is really nice on this one as well. Very clean. The flake is very small. Looks awesome. And this one is the sedan. Oh, I guess the E30 was the sedan as well. So that's awesome, because the M3s are coupes, I'm pretty sure. Are they? Oh crap, I don't even remember now. I don't think I have any handy. I'm gonna have to go check that later. Anyways, moving on. E46. Actually, one second, I need to go do something. Okay, sorry, that was kind of an inopportune time to stop, but I just made some steak Alfredo, but I smelled something burning down here. So I had to make sure that everything was good. It still kind of smells like it's burning. Anyways, had to make sure the stove was off. Here's the E46. Again, I do wish this was a different color. The white is a little bland, but I also respect it because this is just like the regular street version of it. In fact, which one is this? This is the 318i, so I believe that means this is the 4-cylinder version. But you know, I guess maybe I'm coming around on it, because I guess this is not the M version of the E46. This is just a regular 318i. So I guess the white kind of fits. But again, just like the E36, and I mean all of them really, the wheels look awesome. Just, oh man, I just love it. BMW logos in the center look very good. The black trim going down the side of the car. Taillights look awesome. There's some nice amber and silver detailing in there for the turn signals and reverse lights. Just super cool. Nothing on the license plates for any of these, but I think that's okay. I don't mind that. Dual exhaust on this one again. It's got to have a dual exhaust. All BMWs have to have a dual exhaust, at least dual tips. But here's the front. Headlights look awesome. You have the round actual beams in there behind the acrylic, and then a little bit of amber on the side for the turn signal. Looks super clean, super realistic. I guess that's why these are almost real models. But BMW logo, again, the kidney grills look good. And like, I know people's opinions on how good or bad each generation of BMW is truly subjective. I don't really hate any of them. I think they all look good. You know, the kidney grills change throughout time. Obviously, I really like the old days where they were kind of like squished together, like up and down. It just looks really good. But then, like, when they started getting kind of wider and more rounded with these generations, I like it. I don't think it looks bad at all. There's a little bit of venting right there at the top of the hood. It just looks really cool. Really, really cool. Like this one. E46. Now let's look at the E90. This one is in silver, which I do like this silver. This is another metal flake paint, and I think it looks very, very clean. And this one is, what is this one? What does that say? Does that say 325? 325i? I think that's what that says. I could be wrong. It's also got some Chinese text on this side, so I wonder if this is like a Chinese spec of the E90. It wouldn't surprise me, as these I think are supposed to technically be China exclusives. But yeah, again, really good. Dual exhaust tips. Taillights look awesome. Red and a little bit of silver. Really, really nice. Wheels, again, look awesome. And I believe these all do have brake details, but with some of these wheels, it's very hard to see. Okay, so I don't think the E21 has brake details. You can kind of tell because there will be like a little silver peg behind the wheel right there that kind of sticks into it. So I don't think, yeah, the E21 and the E30 did not have it. But I think from the E36 onward does have brake details. It would just, like this one, the gaps in between the spokes are so small, I just don't think you'd be able to see it. This one, maybe a little bit, if you had some bright light shining in there. This one, you can see the brake detail a little bit better. You can see the rotors in there, and I believe they also have calipers, but at the very least, they have rotors. In fact, I think this one on the back has drum brakes. Oh, maybe they're both the same. I'm not sure. But yeah, the wheels look great. I'm sure the brake detail looks really good too. Just kind of hard to see, but it is there, which is awesome. And then here's the front look. Again, similar to the E46, you have the, they continued the trend of the round headlights for a really long time. And they just look really, really nice. You can see it pretty clearly behind the lenses. Very cool. Yeah, and I think this generation looks pretty good too. It's a little bit more on the boring side in my opinion, especially for like a non-M version, but the E90 is cool. I don't mind it. Definitely not bad. I could see why some people maybe wouldn't like this one as much though. But moving on, getting even newer, this is the F30. I don't know the newer stuff quite as well as the old stuff, so I kind of have to like peek over there and look. But this is the 6th generation, and this one is also done in a really nice looking metallic paint. This one's kind of a darker blue, a lot darker than the E36, but it looks really, really cool. And then you can see the brake detail a lot better on, whoa, it's not focused. You can see the brake detail a lot better. So this one just has smooth rotors, and then the caliper detail is in there. It actually looks really nice too. That is like super accurate looking. But the wheels on this one are really nice. Big beefy 5-spoke. And there's actually, each spoke has like a little bit of a gap in it. And there's actually air going through those little gaps, which a lot of brands will not do. They'll just make each spoke one solid piece and then maybe put like a little cutout. Almost Real goes the extra mile for that. So those look awesome. This one looks like it rolls pretty well. Again, dual exhaust at the back. This one also has some Chinese text on it, so maybe this is also a Chinese spec or Chinese domestic version of it. And what is this one? 328i. 328. Maybe that's what this one was as well. Does that say 328? It's really hard to tell with the silver. I can't. Yeah, it's either 325 or 328, but this one is a 328. It's a bit easier to read against blue. Silver on silver does not show up very well. But the taillights look really, really nice. BMW logos. Here's the front view of it. Again, those round headlights. Actually, is this the generation that they transitioned into like the angular ones? I don't know. Maybe not for the 3 Series. Maybe that was for like some of the other ones. But it looks really good. Again, headlights are crystal clear. Look awesome. A little bit of fog light detail down in there. And you know what? I think this one looks pretty clean. Pretty aggressive. Definitely don't mind it. And for just a street version, just a regular sedan, oh, you also have the glass on top for that sunroof as well. I think these look so good. So there is the F30. And let's move on to the last generation, which is the G20 for the petrol version, I believe. Hopefully my information is correct. And this one is purple. Very nice metallic purple color. I think that looks awesome. This one has an M badge on it. I don't believe this is an M car. Nope, this is a 330i, again with that Chinese text on the left side. And this one does say the 3 on the license plate, and I think the other electric version does too, but BMW badge looks nice. You've got silver exhaust tips, well, silver outlined exhaust tips on either side. Taillights look awesome. Nice clear acrylic and then some red going on the bottom of it. Very good looking. Sunroof again. And these wheels are kind of crazy. I don't even know how to explain these, but yeah, they look good. But there is brake detail behind there. A smooth rotor with a caliper on every wheel. So that is good. And yeah, crazy looking wheels. I don't even think I've seen this car in real life or pictures of it. At least not with these wheels, but that is crazy. There is M badges on the side though, which might just be something that they do standard with some of the cars nowadays. Not exactly sure. I don't follow modern BMW quite as closely as the old stuff because I just really love the old stuff. But here's the front look. Looks pretty aggressive. Really wide kidney grills with the silver outlining. And maybe this is the generation that they switched to like the like hexagonal round headlight bulbs, because those look pretty angular to me. But yeah, it looks like, yeah, all the bulb details in there. A little bit harder to see on this one. Not sure why, but it does look really, really good. Super glossy black front grille. And then the headlight, or the wing mirrors, have a little bit of silver accenting on them. And the paint on this one is superb. Looks really good. 330i G20. last gen, the most current. Well, actually, no. Have they come out with a new 3 Series since 2018? This said 2018, right? What is it? Yeah, 2018 onwards. Have they not come out with a new 3 Series since then? I feel like they have. Maybe I'm wrong. But anyways, here is the last one. What is this one? Because this is electric. So this is the G28 3 Series. And this one is an EV, which, kind of boring. But I do think it looks good. I love this paint that it has on it. It's like a matte metallic gray, kind of like a gunmetal gray. And I think the paint on this one looks really, really good. But yeah, pretty similar to the G20. I think this is probably a slightly newer version of the 3 Series than this purple one. Or maybe they just did a little bit of different like body work since it is an EV. I do see some similarity. Man, this one feels newer. Would this not be like an 8th gen? Because they are different like codes, because that one's G20, this one's G28. I don't know. I'm going to have to research this a little bit more, but what exactly is this one? Oh shit, I can't read that. There is some Chinese text on the left again. But yeah, this is an i3, something i3. Not exactly sure. Just an electric 3 Series, modern. Wheels do look pretty good on it. I do like that. It's got brake details back in there. The wheels are like a gloss black with some silver accenting on the actual spokes and the lip of the wheel. And I love the body lines on the side right here that kind of go on the bottom of that door. It looks really cool. There's a little door for the charger. Meh. It does have 2 sunroofs on the top though, one for the back seat and one for the front. That is kind of cool. And yeah, love the body lines on the front hood as well. And then there's the front grille. Again, it's not actually a grille because this is electric. You don't need airflow, but it does look pretty good. I don't think it looks terrible. I like how angular the front looks. And then the headlights, I think, are the same as the G20. These ones are a little foggy, which is unfortunate. I guess Almost Real has made me a liar because earlier I said that their headlights are never foggy. This one is a little bit. It's not horrible, but it's enough to where you can't really make out the detail behind it. You can just tell it's there. But you know what? I think this one looks pretty cool. Not a fan of the electric cars that much, but yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, so on the top left it says i3 on that side, I think. But I cannot read the rest of that badging on it. But anyways, I don't know. Electric car looks pretty good. And that is the box set. That is all 8 of them. 7 generations. I think these look really good. I'm very happy to have this. If they do recolors of it, I probably won't pick up another one. I think one set is enough for me, especially because I have that other BMW set as well. But this is cool. And now that they've done the 3 Series, I wonder if they'll do a 5 Series set and a 7 Series set. That would be awesome. Imagine having all the generations of 5 Series, all the generations of 7 Series, and then this one with all the generations of the 3 Series. Nothing M, they're all just street cars. I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, this is kind of crazy though. This is kind of wild. I can't believe, it's hard to look at this and, I don't know. I definitely do prefer the look of the older one. I like the smaller square cars. But yeah, first generation to 7th generation is pretty jarring to look at. But that is 50 years of advance in the automotive industry, I guess. But I don't know, nothing beats the classics for me. I just love the old cars. But yeah, I think we've gone long enough. I've taken a pretty good look at each of them. I think they look awesome. Again, I'm just so happy about this. And then the magazine is really cool with all like the photos and stuff in it. This is a super cool product. If any of you guys are interested in picking it up, you can get it. There's a seller in China that I buy from. I get my Almost Real and my LCDs from him. His name is Small Ants Toys and Hobby and Toy something like that. But just search Small Ants Toys and Hobby on Google. You'll find his store. Pretty reasonably priced. Shipping is pretty expensive, so it's definitely worth it to order multiple to make it like dollar cost average down, or a big set like this. It's not terrible. Or you could probably also find these on eBay. I'm sure there's a few different eBay sellers from China that have these, so it's just a little bit tricky for those of us in the US because of like the tariffs and whatnot, so we have to be careful who we order from. But yeah, I first ordered this, it got stuck in customs. Well, this set and the Lexus got stuck in customs like right when the government shutdown happened, which I'm not political, I don't know a lot about it, I just think that whole thing is dumb. But it got stuck in customs, and it is still stuck in customs. I reached out to Small Ants. He's very cool. He is willing to work with you on pretty much anything. He said, let's wait till the end of the month. If still no movement, I'll resend you the package. And he did. And it showed up in like a week and a half. So shipping's pretty fast from him as well. Great customer service. But anyways, you guys let me know what you think of this box set. I think it's awesome. This is going to be like, I don't know. I wish I need to work out some sort of display that I can have all these in. But yeah, I love it. Let me know what you guys think as well. I appreciate you watching. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.